What if I told you that you were never her first choice? You feel a connection, you think she cares, but deep down something feels off. She responds when it's convenient, she disappears when she finds something better, and when you need her most, she's nowhere to be found. What if the painful truth is that you're not her priority? You're just an option, a safety net. The guy she keeps around just in case. But here's the thing. You don't have to stay in that position. You don't have to accept being second place in your own life. This isn't about her, it's about you, about recognizing your worth and refusing to settle. Because the moment you stop being her backup plan is the moment you become untouchable. If you're ready to take control, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment below. I know my worth. Let's begin. Number 1. She doesn't respect your time, a clear sign of disregard. Time is the most valuable asset a man possesses, one that cannot be bought, extended, or recovered. And yet she treats yours as disposable. She cancels plans at the last minute, takes hours or even days to respond to messages, and only reaches out when it's convenient for her. You are not a priority in her life, you are an option. At first you rationalize it. Maybe she's busy, maybe she forgot, maybe she'll make it up to you next time. But the pattern repeats, and you begin to see the truth. She does not respect your time, because she does not respect you. She has time for everything else, her friends, social media, meaningless distractions, but when it comes to you, she suddenly becomes unavailable. And the worst part, if you ever call her out on it, she flips the blame back onto you, making excuses or even acting offended that you noticed. A Stoic man does not tolerate such disrespect. Time wasted on someone who does not value it is time stolen from your own growth. A woman who sees you as a backup plan, a convenience, or a last-see option is not someone worthy of your attention. The solution is simple: walk away. Not as a tactic, not as a punishment, but as a declaration of self-respect, because a woman who truly values you will make time, not excuses. And when you stop chasing, when you stop tolerating disrespect, when you reclaim your time, you take back your power. Number 2, she doesn't appreciate your effort when giving more means nothing. You do everything right. You plan thoughtful dates, you surprise her with small gifts, you go out of your way to make her life easier, you show up consistently, but she never acknowledges it. At first, you think she just doesn't express gratitude openly. Maybe she's not the type to say thank you often. But then you notice something deeper. Not only does she fail to appreciate your efforts, she begins to expect them. What once felt like an act of generosity now feels like an obligation. She never pauses to acknowledge what you do for her, let alone reciprocate. And the more you give, the less valuable your efforts become in her eyes. Instead of appreciation, you are met with entitlement. If you ever stop putting in the effort, she doesn't ask what's wrong. She just assumes you should be doing more. A Stoic man does not seek validation through others, and he certainly does not invest in someone who only takes. Your energy, time, and resources are too valuable to be wasted on someone who cannot see your worth. You do not give in order to be appreciated, but the absence of gratitude is a clear sign that your efforts are misplaced. The more you chase her approval, the more power you give her, and the more power she has, the less she respects you. The solution? Stop investing in people who don't invest back. Stop rewarding entitlement. Stop giving endlessly to someone who only takes. Redirect that energy into yourself, build your own value, and suddenly she is the one who will realize what she lost. And when she does, it will be too late, because by then you will have already moved on to someone who recognizes your worth. Number 3. She puts you last when you're just an afterthought. At first, you made excuses for her. You told yourself she was just busy, maybe with work, maybe with family, maybe with life in general. You convinced yourself that if you were patient, if you just gave her space, she would eventually make time for you. But that moment never comes. Instead, what you begin to notice is a pattern. She has time for everything except you. She never cancels plans with her friends. She never misses a night out when it's something she wants to do. She can spend hours scrolling through social media, responding to meaningless conversations, or engaging in distractions. But when it comes to you, she is always too tired, too overwhelmed, or too unavailable. And the most dangerous part? She convinces you that this is normal. If you ever bring it up, she makes you feel guilty for even noticing. You're being too needy. You expect too much. You should be more understanding. And for a while you believe her. You start questioning yourself, wondering if you're asking for too much, if maybe you are overreacting. But deep down you know the truth. She does not forget to prioritize you. She chooses not to. A woman's actions reveal everything you need to know about how much she values you. A woman who truly respects and admires you will make time. No excuses, no hesitation. She will not need to be convinced to prioritize you. She will do it naturally. The woman who places you last, who only comes around when it suits her, she is telling you through her actions that she does not see you as a priority. She sees you as a convenience. And the more you tolerate it, the more she will continue to disrespect you. So stop waiting for her to change. Stop fighting for a place in her life when she has already made it clear that you are not essential. A Stoic man does not beg for attention, nor does he settle for scraps of time. He understands that a woman's effort speaks louder than her words. And if she does not make you a priority, you walk away, not as a punishment, but as a declaration of self-respect. Because a man who values himself does not waste time on a woman who does not. And the irony? Once she sees that you are no longer seeking her attention, once she realizes that you have reclaimed your power and removed yourself from the equation, that is when she will start to wonder. But by then it won't matter, because you will have already moved on to someone who never needed to be convinced to choose you. Number 4. She disrespects you, the silent killer of attraction. Respect is the foundation of any meaningful connection. Without it, love fades, attraction dies, and resentment grows. Yet many men tolerate disrespect in their relationships without even realizing it, until it's too late. At first, it starts small. A sarcastic comment here, a dismissive attitude there. She interrupts you in conversations, brushes off your opinions as if they hold no weight. You tell yourself it's nothing, just her personality, just the way she jokes. But then the pattern becomes clearer. She rolls her eyes when you talk about your goals. She makes jokes at your expense in front of her friends. She speaks over you, corrects you, or even outright talks your ambitions. And if you ever try to stand up for yourself, she flips the script. You're too sensitive. I was just joking. Relax, it's not that deep. And just like that, the power dynamic shifts. Now, instead of standing firm, you find yourself justifying her behavior. You don't call her out because you don't want to ruin the moment. You don't hold her accountable because you don't want to start an argument. You begin to compromise your own self-respect in an attempt to keep the peace. And that is the beginning of the end. The moment a woman stops respecting you, she stops seeing you as a leader, as a man of value, as someone she can admire, and once that respect is lost, it is nearly impossible to regain. Many men think they can fix this by being nicer, by proving their love, by working harder to please her. But what they fail to realize is that disrespect is not something that can be reasoned with. It must be confronted immediately, or it will consume everything. Why women lose respect for men? A woman does not lose respect for a man because he is kind. She does not lose respect because he is caring or emotionally available. She loses respect when she sees that he does not respect himself. When you allow her to push your boundaries without consequence, she sees weakness. When you tolerate her belittling comments, she sees insecurity. When you hesitate to walk away from toxic behavior, she sees a man who lacks options, and nothing kills attraction faster than a man who lacks self-respect. The Stoic approach. Enforce respect or walk away. A Stoic man does not tolerate disrespect, not because he is controlling, but because he knows his value. When a woman crosses the line, you do not argue, you do not get emotional. You set a firm boundary and you stand by it. If she talks your ambitions, you tell her once, "I don't tolerate disrespect." If she dismisses your opinions, you remind her, "I don't engage in conversations where I'm not valued." If she continues to belittle you, you leave, not to punish her, but to protect your dignity. And this is the paradox. The moment she realizes you are willing to walk away, she will either adjust her behavior or lose you. If she corrects herself, she was testing you. If she doesn't, then you've lost nothing, because a woman who does not respect you was never truly yours to begin with. Respect is not given, it is earned, demanded and enforced. And if she cannot respect you, she does not deserve you. Number 5. She doesn't support you, a partner or a burden. A relationship is more than just companionship. It is a partnership. In its highest form, it should be a bond where both individuals uplift, encourage and push each other toward greatness. A strong woman stands beside her man, not just in the easy moments, but in the struggles, in the challenges, in the pursuit of something greater. But what happens when that support is one-sided? At first, you don't see it for what it is. You assume she's just not expressive, that maybe she has a different way of showing she cares. When she remains indifferent to your struggles, you tell yourself she doesn't know how to help. When she doesn't acknowledge your successes, you convince yourself that she's just distracted. But then the pattern becomes undeniable. When she has a problem, she expects you to listen, to validate her feelings, to offer solutions. When she's struggling, she wants your full attention, your emotional investment, your reassurance. She leans on you because she knows you are strong enough to carry her weight. But when you need her, when you're facing stress, self-doubt or a difficult moment, she is silent. Your victories are met with indifference. Your struggles are brushed aside. When you share your goals, she barely listens, uninterested in what drives you. When you need encouragement, she offers nothing. And when you finally realize that you are standing alone, it's already too late. You have spent months, even years, pouring into someone who has given you nothing in return. This is not a partnership. This is a burden. The signs she's not truly there for you. A woman who does not support you will show it in subtle ways. She downplays your struggles, acting as if they are insignificant compared to hers. She never encourages your ambitions and may even subtly discourage them. She only shows interest in your success when it benefits her. She disappears when times are tough, only returning when things are easy again. She makes your victories feel small, never celebrating your achievements the way you celebrate hers. At first it feels like nothing. A missed congratulations here, an absent response there. But over time it wears you down. You begin to feel as if your efforts don't matter, as if your success is only yours to carry, while your emotional labor belongs to her. The hidden danger: she sees you as a tool, not a man. A woman like this does not love you for who you are. She values you for what you provide. She enjoys the way you make her feel, the emotional strength you give her, the security you provide. But she does not see your struggles as something worth supporting, nor does she see your victories as something worth celebrating. You are not her equal, you are her emotional provider. And the danger? The more you give without receiving, the more drained you become. The Stoic solution: cut the dead weight. A man of value does not chase support, he does not beg for encouragement, he does not stay in a dynamic where his presence is only acknowledged when it is convenient. A Stoic man recognizes when someone is not contributing to his growth and he walks away, without hesitation, without regret. Stop hoping she will change. Her lack of support is a choice, not an accident. Stop making excuses for her indifference. Your goals deserve enthusiasm, not silence. Stop trying to prove your worth. A woman who truly values you will support you without needing to be convinced. If she does not uplift you, if she does not celebrate you, if she does not stand beside you, then she is dead weight. And a man who values himself does not carry dead weight. The greatest irony, the moment you walk away, the moment she realizes that you are no longer her source of energy, her stability, her comfort, is the moment she will regret it. But by then, you will have already found someone who never needed to be convinced to stand by your side. Number 6. She puts herself first, always. A relationship built on selfishness. A relationship is not about serving one person's needs at the expense of the other. It's about balance, mutual effort and shared growth. But when you're with a woman who only prioritizes herself, you are not in a relationship, you are in an arrangement where she takes and you give, where she benefits and you pay the price. At first, it doesn't seem like a problem. You want to make her happy, so you naturally accommodate her needs. If she needs support, you give it. If she's having a bad day, you listen. If she has plans, you adjust your schedule to fit hers. After all, isn't that what a good partner does? But slowly you begin to notice a pattern. You make sacrifices for her, but she never makes sacrifices for you. You adjust to her plans, but she never adjusts to yours. You consider her needs, but she never considers yours. She always finds a way to put herself first, while making you feel guilty for expecting more. Everything revolves around her. At first you assume she just has a strong personality. Maybe she's independent, maybe she's just used to making decisions on her own. But over time you realize this isn't about independence. It's about control. She expects you to fit into her schedule, but never makes time for yours. If she wants to go out, she expects you to be there, but if you suggest something, she's too busy. She demands immediate attention, yet disappears when you need something. When she has a problem, she expects you to drop everything. But when you're struggling, she suddenly has no time. She makes every decision based on what benefits her. If something doesn't serve her needs, she isn't interested, even if it matters to you. She expects constant emotional support, but refuses to provide it in return. Your feelings are secondary, your needs are an inconvenience. And if you ever challenge this imbalance, if you ever suggest that maybe she's not being fair, she flips the script. You're being too demanding. You expect too much from me. You should just support me. Suddenly, you're the bad guy. How she manipulates you into accepting it. She doesn't just take advantage of your kindness, she rewires the way you think. At first you have boundaries. You expect fairness, you expect balance. But slowly she conditions you to lower your standards. She makes you feel guilty for expecting reciprocity. She makes you feel needy for wanting basic support. She makes you feel selfish for not prioritizing her above everything else. And over time, you start to accept it. You stop expecting her to give back. You stop asking for fairness. You convince yourself that maybe this is just the way relationships work. But deep down, you know something is wrong. You feel drained. You feel unseen. You feel like your relationship has become a job where your only role is to serve, accommodate, and support someone who gives nothing in return. And here's the brutal truth. She does not respect you for this. She does not appreciate your sacrifices. She expects them. She does not admire your patience. She takes advantage of it. She does not love you for what you provide. She uses you for it. And the longer you tolerate it, the more she will push the limits of what she can get away with. A woman who puts herself first will never respect you. A woman who truly values you will want to give back to you. She will prioritize your well-being, your needs, and your happiness, because she understands that a relationship is a partnership, not a one-sided arrangement. But a woman who only takes, she will never respect a man who tolerates it. She will see you as weak. The moment she realizes that you will never stand up for yourself, that you will always put her first no matter how unfair it is, she will begin to lose attraction to you. She won't leave. Why would she, when she's getting everything she wants? But she will start looking elsewhere for excitement, because a man who accepts being secondary will never be truly desired. The Stoic solution: reclaim your power. A Stoic man does not entertain one-sided relationships. He does not beg for fairness. He does not ask to be considered. He demands it through action. If she refuses to compromise, you stop compromising. If she expects more from you than she's willing to give, you walk away. If she makes everything about herself, you remove yourself from the equation. And when she realizes that you are no longer willing to be her emotional provider, when she sees that you have reclaimed your standards, she will do one of two things. She will panic and try to change, because she now sees that she may lose a man of value. She will continue prioritizing herself, proving that she was never truly interested in you, only in what you provided. Either way, you win, because the moment you decide that your time, energy, and self-respect are more important than keeping her happy, that is the moment you take back your power. And the best part? The moment she realizes she is no longer the center of your world is the moment she starts chasing you, but by then, you won't care. Number 7. She makes you feel replaceable, the illusion of scarcity. There is no greater insult in a relationship than to feel like you are just another option, a placeholder, a temporary presence in her life until something better comes along. At first, she made you feel special. She gave you attention, made you feel wanted, gave you the impression that you were important. But slowly things began to shift. Her effort faded, the affection became inconsistent. She stopped prioritizing you. And then the real signs appeared, the signs she sees you as replaceable. She keeps contact with other men. Maybe they are just friends, maybe they are old exes, maybe they are co-workers she casually flirts with. But you can feel it, the energy is off. She constantly compares you to others. Whether it's an ex, a celebrity, or even a random guy on social media, she subtly makes you feel like you don't measure up. She is emotionally distant. Conversations feel surfaceless. Her responses lack depth. She doesn't fully engage with you anymore. She doesn't invest in you. A woman who truly values a man will make an effort. She will contribute, plan, and nurture the relationship, but when she sees you as replaceable, she does the bare minimum. She doesn't fear losing you. If a woman truly loves and respects you, the idea of losing you will shake her. But when she acts like she doesn't care whether you stay or go, it's because, in her mind, you are not irreplaceable. And the worst part? You feel it. You feel that something is off. You feel that you are not being valued. And yet, you stay. You tell yourself that maybe she just needs time, that maybe you need to put in more effort, be more understanding, prove to her that you are worth it. But that is the trap, the hard truth. A woman who sees you as replaceable will never respect you. When a woman genuinely values a man, she treats him as a rare find. She makes it clear that he is not someone she is willing to lose. But when she believes you are easily replaced, when she acts as if your presence is nothing special, you have already lost her respect. And the moment you try harder, chase more, prove yourself to her, you confirm her belief that she is the prize and you are just another man trying to win her. The psychological power of walking away. A Stoic man does not beg for significance in a woman's life. He does not argue for why he should be treated better. He does not tolerate half-heard commitment. He understands that his value is not determined by her perception of him, but by his own perception of himself. If she flirts with other men, you leave. If she makes you feel like an option, you disappear. If she treats you as if she could replace you, you prove her right by removing yourself completely. And this is the paradox. The moment you stop chasing her validation, the moment she realizes you are truly gone, her perception of you shifts. The man who she once saw as replaceable, now he is the man she cannot stop thinking about. The man she once thought would always be there, now he is the one she lost. The man she once disregarded, now he is the one she regrets. But by the time she realizes it, you will have already moved on. To someone who never needed to be convinced of your worth, you came here wondering if you were just an option. Now you know the truth, and more importantly, you know what to do about it. She didn't decide your worth, you did, the moment you accepted less than you deserve. But today, that changes. If you're ready to walk away from being a backup plan and step into your full power, then, like this video, subscribe and comment below. I am unstoppable. Stay strong, keep building, because the right people don't make you wait, they make you a priority.